Hello and good evening to everyone listening in. I want to thank you for joining me tonight. My name is Preston, and this is the Faith Over Fears News. Tonight we bring you to May 29th, almost a full month ago now, and time seems to be racing by during this pandemic. But anyways, on May 29th, Donald Trump withdrew all U.S. aid from the World Health Organization for downplaying the coronavirus. He also said that the World Health Organization failed to warn us about COVID. So, how is America better prepared now that it has withdrawn from the World Health Organization? Well, not even 1 month later, Donald Trump is back to having rallies, calling the once-in-a-century pandemic the Kung Flu, and packing people into arenas. In all of America, Donald Trump is the only person to pack people into arenas in months. These are the only indoor events in the entire country where thousands of people have congregated inside the same space in months. How do we explain that in terms of responsibility as a country in the midst of a global pandemic? Obviously, we haven't been explaining it very well. Meanwhile, the European Union is barring any travel from countries that have done a poor job of containing the coronavirus. Countries like Brazil, Russia, and even the United States. We are so disastrously and poorly run as a nation that we are in an international embarrassment. We've somehow become such an embarrassment that the rest of the world believes they need to protect themselves from us rather than the COVID. We as Americans represent a threat to the rest of the world. You, me, your neighbors, and the teachers, the rest of the world fears us right now because of the way we've handled this pandemic. The prospect, which would lump American visitors in with Russians and Brazilians as unwelcome, is a stinging blow to the American prestige in the world and a repudiation of President Trump's handling of the virus in the United States. Also on June 3rd, Governor Abbott, much like Donald Trump, cities increased testing for the growth in new coronavirus cases in his state. The very same day, the same man, Greg Abbott, urged his citizens to stay indoors as Texas had over 5,500 new coronavirus cases today. This is a direct quote from the governor. Because the spread is so rampant right now, there is never a reason for you to have to leave your home unless you do need to go out, he said. The safest place for you is at your home. The United States death toll has not started climbing yet, but the way this works is there's a 2 to 4 week lag from where you're admitted to the hospital to when you eventually pass away from your virus. Texas hospitalizations are on the rise. How long until the number of deaths reflect that? Donald Trump had another rally on the 23rd, where he once again used the term Kung Flu. He also said, and I quote, COVID-19, COVID. I said, what's the 19? COVID-19. Some people can't explain the 19. Mr. President, maybe we at Faith Over Fear can help you out with that. The virus you're speaking about was discovered in 2019, hence the name COVID-19. President Trump also exclaimed at this rally his interest in stopping testing and reopening the country. He claims that his administration did the right thing, and now is the time we open. Regarding the wall, in which Donald Trump has now completed 200 miles, he said this: I could build numerous walls with all the money I have. All the money he has? Do you remember when he promised Mexico would pay for the wall? Well, that didn't happen. All the money he has, that's not his money. That's your money, that's my money, that's your mom, your dad, your grandparents, uncles, aunts, significant others, and family friends' money. That is our taxpayer money, not money for him to build numerous walls with. Regarding mail-in ballots, he said this: people went to the polls and voted during World War I. They went to the polls and voted during World War II. We can safely go to the polls and vote during COVID-19. It's worth noting two things. The first thing worth noting is that soldiers voted by mail during the wars. The second thing is neither World War I or World War II was a contagious worldwide pandemic. Mark Cuban tonight took to Fox News and told Sean Hannity this: Donald Trump doesn't want to run a country. He wants to run a campaign. Joe Biden actually wants to run a country. Tonight, Mark Cuban gets tonight's last word. As always, guys, thank you for watching, and just remember to join us on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to stay up to date with things like these, as well as check out our podcast if you're interested or have the time. And lastly, guys, as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless.